Okay, in this video I'm going to make the orthocenter, the intersection of the altitudes, and I will show you how to change some of the properties such as the color and the style of lines, and then how to save and open the file. Okay, so I'm going to start by making a triangle again. So do you remember, I go up, click on the polygon tool, and then just click where the three vertices are, and then click back on the first to fill up the polygon. Okay, let's change the color of that triangle. Just go over to either to the triangle itself or to the poly 1, the name it's given to the triangle there, and right click, and you can change the properties. Go to the object properties. Let's change the name. Let's call it triangle. Instead of poly 1, let's call this thing triangle. And up here at the top of this box you have different tabs for changing color and style, so it's pretty simple. I click on the color box and pick the color you'd like the triangle to be. I'm going to make it yellow. So close. Now I have a yellow triangle that I can drag around. Okay. That's a little light. I'm going to make it a darker color. So object properties. How about a red triangle? Which you see, it always makes the interior kind of a more opaque or transparent color anyway. But there's my triangle. I've changed its color. You can change the lengths of lines or segments. So I'm going to do the object property of this segment, and let's make it thicker. So you can change the thickness of a segment. You can change from a solid line to various types of broken lines, dashes. So it's pretty simple to change style. Let's see what we can do with a point. We have object properties. We can change the color of that point. Let's make it purple. And the style on points, you can make them thicker, and there's various different marks you can choose to mark your points. Let's use the little diamond looking shape just to see some differences. Okay, so now let's see. I said I was going to find the orthocenter, the altitudes. So the altitudes, I would have to go from a vertex to the opposite side, and remember, those may not always intersect the side, they may intersect the line. So let's actually make the lines. So I'm going to choose the line tool, click on A and C, and we have that, and then A and B, and then B and C. Now instead of just having the segments, I have the entire lines. I'm going to choose the perpendicular line tool, and you click on a line and the point you want to be perpendicular to the line through that point, and it doesn't matter which order. I could click on the point and then the line, and it wants to know whether I want to use the line D or the line segment since they overlap. I want to use the line in case when I move it, it no longer intersects the segment. Okay, let's see, and then we'll do this side and that vertex, and then the third one. Which one haven't we done? This one, this vertex, this side. Okay, and I'm going to use the move tool. If I click on this, and I can then drag and see there is the orthocenter outside of the triangle. So remember, we have the intersection tool. Just click on any two of those and there's the intersection. Let's rename that orthocenter. It called it D. Let's go over here, do object properties, click on basic. We can rename that thing orthocenter. There we go. And of course it should remain the orthocenter if we drag sides of the triangle. We might want to hide some of those construction lines, so I can right click on the line H, click on show object, and hide it. Let's do that with the one we called line G. And how about this one? And our perpendicular lines are altitudes. So there we go. Now we have just the triangle and its orthocenter. And of course I kind of gave it this crazy appearance. Let's go back and make it more standard looking. Let's set the width, the thickness to 3 on all of the sides. And let's go ahead and make all the sides solid. And let's put our vertex back to a circle. And I can't really remember whether a 1 was default. No, 1's too small. Let's see what the default point size was. It was a 3. And let's make it blue to match the others. So there's our triangle. So let's save this file. It's very easy, as with any program. You just click on up at the file menu, save or save as, and you can put the thing. I'm going to put it on the desktop. I saved a Centroid earlier. I didn't show you that in the video, but the one we made on the first video, I'd saved that. Let's call this one orthocenter, and then the file type, as you see there in the menu bar, is GGB for GeoGebra. So I'm going to save that on the desktop. Now I'll just show you. I'll close the program, and over here on the side of my desktop I have orthocenter. I'll drag it to where you can see that, and then just double click. We could open it back up. GeoGebra is a Java program, so it takes a few minutes to load up all of the Java for this fairly sophisticated program. And here we go. I'll just center it for you there, and we're right where we left off when we saved it. So that shows you some few extra features, how we can change colors and sizes and shapes, and I constructed perpendicular lines, and then how to save.